sections of the distance portion of day 2 of the New Balance Nationals indoors here at the Reggie Lewis Center. And this is the championship girls 5,000 meter. There are 3 sections of this race. This is the fastest to start. And the drama on track is that major favorite Ellie Shea, she's the defending champion from last year, setting the meet record in 15:46.28, is actually not present. She's a very late scratch. So that opens this field up quite a bit. As I said, meet record at 15:46.28, the national record set back in 2018 by Caitlin Toohey of 15:37.12. Unlikely that that's going to be touched today, but we have 12 other stellar athletes taken to the track right now. Favorite without Ellie Shea present on paper should be Abby Faith Cheeseman of the Webb School of Bell Buckle in Tennessee. She comes in with a 16:27 seed time. And she is taking the field to task right now. Sarah Lawson following about 2 seconds behind her from Corning Track Club. Another of our favorites, Emily Bush of Kinetic, who came in with one of the other fastest times of the bunch, also a late scratch. So this is going to make things interesting. It'll be a bit more of a time trial, it appears, up front by the young woman taking charge of the race right now. Again, Abby Faith Cheeseman wanting to put her mark on this field. She's had a great season so far. She was 8th at the New Balance Grand Prix earlier this winter in the 1500 in a PR of 4:29.78. So she's been working on that speed, working on the wheels. She also ran a 4:46.05 mile PR to place 4th at the Millrose Games. And she is out there all alone right now, looking to add a New Balance national title to her resume. An indoor title, I should say. She did win the New Balance 2 mile in 10:02, the New Balance outdoors last year. But we'll keep an eye here on her pace as she progresses through these laps. This is a grueling 25 laps of this 200-meter circuit. So 3:11 it looks like, 3:10, 3:11 through that opening kilometer. And that is blazing fast running. That puts her on tempo for about a 15:50 5,000 meter, which would be just sniffing at the meet record set last year by Ellie Shea. And she's having to do this work all by herself right now. That's a really tough way to do this. She probably came in thinking she would have Shea at least to chase, if not work with. But working away alone here and having to really maintain focus. As someone who ran this event quite a bit in my career, I can tell you that it is easy to fall asleep at the wheel if you're not dialed in on every single one of these laps. But Abby Faith Cheeseman looks dialed in right now. Form looks good. Nice quick turnover. Moved into second now is Morgan Boonshaft of North Carolina. She's about 4 seconds back on Cheeseman, our leader. And this is sort of the blessing and the curse of being this talented, is that you're basically doing a lot of this work completely solo. For those who have been tuning in for our distance races, you'll know that there are pacing lights on the track. See them at the top of your screen there, following our leader. And those pacing lights are currently set to 6:15 finish time for 5,000 meters. And they're set that way because that would be an improvement for all of the top competitors here, not the whole field, but several of the top competitors on their season's best this year. And as you can see there, Cheeseman is well ahead of those pacing lights. Abby Faith Cheeseman continues to lead. Get a sense there of the gap she has back to second. That is Morgan Boonshaft running pretty much solo right now. You just saw a shot of her in that all pink kit. At the last lap, she was about 7 seconds back on Cheeseman, and she is also running completely solo right now with a large pack of girls chasing from behind. So again, Cheeseman having to work completely solo right now. This field is strong enough that it is unlikely that she'll even have other competitors to lap anytime soon. You know, you can get a sense of how far ahead she is of those pace lights and, of course, her next competitor. Abby Faith, still just a junior, so she's got another year of competition of high school ahead of her. And she went through that 2,000 meter split last lap in 6:27. So fallen off a little bit from that opening 1,000 meters of 3:11. And there you see the girl chasing our leader right now. And that is Morgan Boonshaft with the pack following. They're followed by Addison Dorenkamp, Sarah Lawson, Meyer DeBauer, and Tula Fabush. So some healthy work happening behind the scenes here, but a solid 60-meter lead, I'd say, for Abby Faith Cheeseman right now over the pack of runners behind her. But she looks fantastic. She's really focused. Again, her cadence is high. She hasn't started overstriding. She's about halfway through this race now. She's just got to stay really tuned in and focused on breaking this down lap by lap, kilometer by kilometer. There's good crowd support here in Boston for all of these athletes. We've had a great day of competition here on day 2 of the New Balance National Indoor Championships. Multiple national records have already gone down at this meet. Several meet records, of course, personal bests, school records galore. And unlikely again that we'll see a meet record or national record tonight. But enormous gap back to second right now as Abby Faith Cheeseman is the only one in picture at the moment. And there now you see nearing the top right of your screen the rest of the athletes. But about 100 meters, half a lap advantage now to Abby Faith Cheeseman as she is well on her way to a victory here, barring disaster. The pace lights have just caught up with her for the first time. So you see those green lights ticking away behind the back of her feet. And that means that she is on 16:15 pace, which would be an improvement on her seed coming in. But it's the first time that she's had the company of those pace lights throughout this race. I'll tell you that, again, behind the scenes, Morgan Boonshaft has been caught by the pack. So there's currently a pack of about 5 girls working hard together to try to keep their tempo going. But Abby Faith Cheeseman, rounding the top of the track here, again, with the pace lights as her only company, is going to have the advantage pretty soon of lapping some athletes. And in fact, you see her tempo quicken a little bit as she spots an athlete in the orange there who she's about to overtake. by a full lap, and she's probably feeling pretty grateful for that, to be able to have these other runners to work towards, someone else in her field of vision, because up until now, there has been no one else. She went through 3,000 meters there in 9:45. So very solid. Another lap that has slowed a little bit, but she's over 2/3 of the way through this thing now. .945 puts her right on 16:15 pace, and that is what those green pace lights are set to. And now Cheeseman's going to have an opportunity to swing wide a little bit, but at least have the momentum of catching other athletes, as she is coming up on 8 laps to go here at the start-finish line. Abby Faith Cheeseman trying to stay focused. I can tell you this fourth kilometer is absolutely the hardest mentally of a 5,000. You've still got quite a bit of running to go, but you're starting to feel all that cumulative fatigue from the running so far. So she's done well to stay on those lights, continuing to tick away and pass several other runners. 7 laps remain now for Cheeseman. And she is motoring. She looks absolutely fantastic. As I said, she's had an excellent career thus far. Only a junior, lots of running left. Won the New Balance National Outdoor 2-mile last year in 10:02. And that converts to a 9:22 3,000 meter. She just went through a 9:45 for 3,000 of this 5,000. So that's incredibly impressive. And now she's approaching the 6 lap mark, still on those pace lights. She's been absolutely consistent, 39 and 38 seconds a lap for every single one of her laps of this race. Not a single lap has deviated outside 38 mid to 39 mid. And as she powers away down this home stretch, she will be at 4,000 meters. She has 1K to go when she crosses the line here. And that is 13:01 on the clock. That was her slowest lap so far, 40.1. But she is determined, having put in so much work so far, 13 minutes of solo running. So much so that you just saw to the left of your field of view there, she is about to catch the chase pack, probably in the next lap or two. Abby Faith Cheeseman of Bell Buckle School, the Webb School of Bell Buckle in Tennessee. She was New Balance National Champion outdoor in the 2-mile, looking to add 5,000 indoors to that repertoire. This has been gutsy, focused, determined running by the junior. And when she approaches the finish line here, she will have 3 laps to go, 600 meters remain for this star out of Tennessee. And now you see that pack just ahead of her with the pink of Morgan Boonshaft in your field of view. There's the pack. Those are the next best athletes behind Abby Faith Cheeseman. So she is about to lap every single runner in this field. 2 to go, 400 meters remain for Cheeseman. That was another 40 low 42nd lap for Abby Faith Cheeseman, and she is now about to overtake the rest of these girls with just about 300 meters remaining. Into the home stretch for the penultimate time, swinging wide around every other competitor in this field. She has heard the bell, she has 1 lap to go, and I just hope that the girls ahead of her understand what's happening, because that is Sarah Lawson, who seems to have taken off in the blue kit just ahead of her, but it is the shorter figure there of Cheeseman, who is about to win the New Balance Indoor Nationals 5,000 meter. It's going to be a stellar time. It's not going to be under 16, but it's going to be very fast indeed. Abby Faith Cheeseman crosses the line as the winner and goes down hard. Just looks like she tripped over her spike there. 16:19.82, helped up by one of our officials. 39, 38, and 42nd laps throughout the entirety of this 25-lap race. Absolutely incredible. Your 2024 New Balance National Indoor 5,000 meter champion, Abby Faith Cheeseman, under 16:20. That was such a gutsy run. She is rightfully fatigued by that, but looks pretty happy. Hopefully that fall didn't take too much out of her. Records are meant to be broken, and here comes Cheeseman powering down that home stretch after doing all of that work by herself. We should mention kudos to the young woman in that blue kit who was just behind her. That is Addison Dorenkamp, who really took advantage of the momentum of latching onto the back of Cheeseman as she passed her. She ended up placing second in 16:52.77, and Sarah Lawson held on for third in 16:55.83. So we had 3 athletes go under 17 minutes in this championship girls 5,000, but a happy and tired Abby Faith Cheeseman. Cheeseman for the camera. And she will go home with another national championship to her name. Tremendous results across the board. Top 3, as I mentioned, under 17. Tula Fawbush right at 17 flat. 17:04 for Maya DeBrouwer. 25 laps of this indoor track is no small ask.